TGIF, my lovely followers. It's your queen, Tara. We are back. It's Friday. TGIF. We are back again. I hope all of you are hyped for the weekend. I know I am. I'm so happy. Anyway, I wanted to do a fun topic today. I know I did my diss track of Riley Gaines yesterday, and that was like super fun. Where I just laid into her and verbally tore her a new one, and that was super fun. And today, this may come as a shock. This is probably going to come out of left field, but I think I just want to talk about video games. Just video games in general. You know, I don't really have a specific one. I play multiple. I don't really play as much as I used to because I'm busy with writing and content making and all that stuff. I don't play as much as I did when I was a kid, where I just play for hours. But I still do play. I do spend a significant amount of time gaming though. Not as much as I used to, but still a decent amount. And honestly, I still play some of the same games. I still play a lot of Skyrim. Even though Skyrim is over a decade old at this point, I still play Skyrim to this day. And I played it back in the day. I played it back on PS3 when it first came out. When the Dawnguard DLC first released. I played it. I love Dawnguard. The Volkihar vampires, where it's that guy from Underworld, the guy with the wings, and it's that. I loved that. My only real complaint with Dawnguard was that the vampire lord couldn't actually fly. Imagine if you could actually fly. I know that would be really hard to implement in a game that old, but if they could have found a way to make you fly, that would have been awesome. They should have done that. The fact that you have wings but can't fly is honestly kind of dumb, you know? You should be able to fly with those things. What's the point of having them if you can't fly, you know? That's what wings are for. I also play a lot of Fortnite. I love Fortnite. It's just fun. I mean, I like serious cinematic games like the original Last of Us. I'm not a big fan of the sequel, where you're forced to play as Abby. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't think I hate the sequel as much as I did when I first played it. But I'm still not a fan. Still not a fan of Last of Us Part 2. Even though Last of Us Part 2 has really great LGBT representation with Ellie and Dina, I cannot stand that game. They did Joel dirty. And I honestly, I don't think if they made The Last of Us 3, which I don't even know if they will, because the fallout from 2 was so insanely big, I don't know if they'd even make a sequel, because the series is pretty much over. And that is a crying shame, because the original Last of Us is literally one of the best games of all time. And the fact that its sequel kind of sucked, at least according to me and a lot of other people, where they force you to play as Abby for hours, is I don't know, I don't hate the sequel as much as when I first played it. It has grown on me, but I definitely don't like it. I still don't like it. I will admit this, like, it has really good gameplay. Like, the gameplay mechanics of Last of Us Part 2 and the things you can do, like being able to, like, crawl underneath cars and stuff, that's really impressive. That was, like, really great. Like, if it was judged solely upon gameplay, Last of Us Part 2 would be, like, one of the best ones of all time. Because it does have some entertaining gameplay, like... But the story, like, I cannot stand being forced to play as Abby. And a lot of people agreed with me. Like, all the reviewers pretty much agreed with me. I honestly don't really play a lot of modern games, like the modern ones that are filled with microtransactions, the always online games, like, no. Just no. I cannot justify, like, how many microtransactions modern games have, like, for real. The only reason I get... Now, I know I sound like a hypocrite because I do play Fortnite, but the thing with Fortnite is that Fortnite is free to play, so I can kind of justify the microtransactions. Because Fortnite is free to play. And it has a ton of really good outfits and skins and stuff. So I can kind of justify that, and it's super fun to play with your friends. But like other games that are just super grindy, oh, I hate those. Like, I tried Tom Clancy's. I don't remember what it was. It was one of the newer Tom Clancy games. Something 2, I don't remember. But I absolutely hated that game. Because it's like, okay, you have to grind, like, insanely hard in that game. And you have to get, like, certain types of weapons. But the thing is that really pissed me off is that you can grind and grind and grind, but you can only carry, like, one of those special weapons at a time, which is just absolutely stupid. It's like, you expect me to grind for hours to get these guns, and then I can only use one of them. It's like, what's the point? What is the point? Like, for real. This is gonna turn into a rant. Like, I know I don't normally talk about video games and stuff. Like, I'm normally talk about politics. But I just felt like changing it up a little bit today, you know? And moving on to my next tangent once I get done talking about my dislike of grindy video games, the modern gaming, the always online MMO style, which every single game nowadays is becoming an always online MMO with microtransactions. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop saying like so much, like, wow. Microtransactions? I also played Outlast Trials, and I hated it. Like, it was nothing like the original Outlast. The original Outlast games, the first two, Outlast 1 and Outlast 2, were insanely good. They were some of the scariest games I have ever played in my life. Legitimately. And Outlast Trials is just missing it for me. Outlast Trials honestly kind of sucks. Like, the story is non-existent. And the gameplay is repetitive and boring. The whole point of playing Outlast is to be alone, is to be scared, is to have a scary game to, like, sit in the dark in your room and play by yourself. I don't think it's meant to be a multiplayer game. I just don't think that. Like, it could have been. They could have pulled it off, but Red Barrel's just totally failed with Outlast Trials. You just run around and do the exact same things over and over and over again. And it gets, like, a little bit harder every time. Like, no thanks. That is boring as crap. I want an actual story. And I know there probably is one, but I just don't have the patience to, like, play this crap for hours and wait for a future update. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't have that kind of patience with a game. I shouldn't have to wait months ahead for the game to be good. Like, it should be good when I buy it. The story should be there. It should be complete when I buy it. Like, I shouldn't have to wait for pieces of the story to come out over time. And another thing that grinds my gears when it comes to something like gaming is Rockstar. And how I talked about this in my GTA 6 video, so I'm just going to touch upon it briefly here. What Rockstar Games did to Red Dead Online. How they totally abandoned it. And ruined the game. I used to be a very avid Red Dead Online player. I love that game. I love the graphics. I love, like, this time period. I love the fashion. Like, I love the 19th century style clothing, like the stuff I could wear. I loved it. And Rockstar pretty much screwed us over. Rockstar abandoned Red Dead Online and didn't give us any updates worth of crap. Meanwhile, GTA 5, an outdated game from 10 years ago, is still getting good updates. They're still getting good updates to this day. They're going to get a Mansions DLC. They probably already did. Which is just insulting because Red Dead is objectively a better game than GTA 5. Hands down. No argument. Like, it's got better gameplay, better graphics, better everything, and yet Rockstar still pumps content into a 10-year-old game. It's stupid. And I probably will buy GTA 6, even though part of me doesn't want to, because I'm still, like, angry with what Rockstar did to Red Dead. But since my friends are going to get it, most of my friends are going to be playing GTA 6, I guess I'll buy it when it comes out. Honestly, there's a cynical part of me that hopes GTA 6 flops, though, so it fails. That would be so satisfying to see Rockstar Games go down in flames and lose their fan base. I don't really have a specific genre of game I play. Like, I play all kinds. I've played Minecraft, I've played horror games like Outlast that I mentioned before. I've also played the newer Resident Evil games. I wasn't really that big of a fan of the old ones, but I have played a few of the more modern ones. Like, my first Resident Evil game was Resident Evil 6, and I tried 5, but I never beat it because I just wasn't that good at it. Oh wait, I did play Revelations. I played Revelations and Revelations 2. I did manage to beat those. But those were like the only Resident Evil games, the older style Resident Evil games I played, other than 5. I did like the newer ones. I liked 7, and I liked the sequel to 7. I liked those. And I don't know if I will play the new game. Maybe if I ever get a better setup, I could stream video games one day. Instead of just talking politics all the time. Like, it would be nice to take a break and occasionally do something actually fun. But I don't know. That's a topic for the future. Like, I would love to do that for you guys. I do like video games a lot still. But I just don't know. Like, writing takes up a lot of my time. And I'd have to finish my book that I'm working on. And finish the side content. Because I'm also working on some creepypasta type stuff. Because I already have one video on the internet on Dr. Creepin's channel that is narrated. I wrote it a while back. It was an Until Dawn creepypasta. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I think I've improved since then my writing abilities, but that was like, I thought that was pretty good. I definitely enjoyed writing it. And I believe it's still on his channel. The Last of the Dawn, I think it was called. It was a Last of Us / Until Dawn creepypasta, and I thought it was really good. And I do plan on doing a sequel to that one day. I'll probably talk more about this kind of stuff on my writing video. But since, like, we're talking about video games, I had to, like, briefly mention my creepypasta. Because it is about video games. It is video game fan fiction. So it does kind of tie into the topic at hand. Sorry for all the throat clearing. My voice is just like acting up today. I don't know why. I've also played Dead Island. Like, I played the first 2 Dead Island games. They were phenomenal. Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide. I honestly liked Dead Island a lot more than I ever liked Resident Evil. Way more. I have also played Dead Island 2, but Dead Island 2 just was not as good. I don't know why. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good as the original Dead Island. I did like that they brought back some of the old characters, like Sam B. But it just, I don't know, it lacked something. I can't quite say what. I'm not saying it was bad, because I did enjoy playing it. I did enjoy Dead Island 2. It just wasn't quite as good as the originals. The originals, Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide, just have their own vibe. Like, the tropical island is the perfect summer game. It's like Far Cry 3 with zombies. Well, it's not like Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 has, like, different mechanics, but you know what I mean. It's just got a vibe, you know? Speaking of Far Cry, I think I also want to briefly touch on Far Cry. I have played a lot of Far Cry. I loved Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4. And 5. 5 was also phenomenal. Didn't really care for 6. Like, I did play 6. I don't think I ever played all the DLCs for 6, but I did play 6. And I thought it was okay. It wasn't, like, phenomenal or anything, but honestly, the DLCs for 6... Oh, I did play some of the DLCs, just not all of them. You know what, I take that back. I think I did play the DLCs for 6. I think it was the DLCs for 5 that I didn't play. I think for 5, like, I really enjoyed the base game, but just never got around to playing the DLC. Like, I know they had a Vietnam DLC and an Alien DLC and something else. I just never really got around to playing those. I did play the DLC for 6, though. They had the Pagan Min DLC and the Boss DLC and the Father DLC. And I feel like the Voss DLC in Far Cry 6 is better than the base game. I feel like that's kind of what sold the game, is the Voss DLC. Because Voss was so insanely popular in Far Cry 3. But Far Cry fell off. Like, a lot of game series have fallen off. I also used to be a massive Assassin's Creed fan. Like, every game after AC Rogue just didn't do it for me, though. They just didn't. I could not stand the modern ones. I just can't stand them. It's like Assassin's Creed is supposed to feel like Assassin's Creed. They're trying to turn Assassin's Creed into some type of MMO. And that's not what we want. Like, play the original game. Play the Ezio trilogy. Play AC Black Flag. And then compare that to the modern ones. And the modern ones are honestly kind of garbage. They have, like, the health bar, and you can't go to certain areas of the map until you're a certain level. And that's just not Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed has a certain feel to it. It's supposed to be different than other games. Like, If I'm playing a dedicated RPG like The Witcher, I don't mind those elements. I don't mind doing endless fetch quests because that's part of the game. But if I'm playing Assassin's Creed, then yeah, I want Assassin's Creed to actually feel like Assassin's Creed, you know? I want Assassin's Creed to actually feel like Assassin's Creed, and it doesn't anymore. And I have completely lost interest in even playing it. Have no interest in playing Assassin's Creed anymore. Sad to say. As someone who loved the NCO trilogy and AC3 and Black Flag is like the best pirate game of all time. It is like the Red Dead Redemption 2 of pirate games. It's amazing. And it's just a shame that Assassin's Creed went downhill after that. Because it could have been phenomenal if they'd have kept the recipe they developed in the NCO trilogy going. Like, Assassin's Creed could be a top-selling series, and I would be, like, highly recommending it, but I just don't. It feels like a lot of modern gaming. It's just gone downhill. Everybody wants your money. It's all about consumerism. These greedy companies just want to extract as much wealth from you as possible. They want to pump their games full of microtransactions and make it always online and turn your historical game that's supposed to be like an immersive, story-driven experience into this MMO. No, thank you. I do not want Witcher in my Assassin's Creed. I think those games are really great separately. I love them both. I love Witcher and I love Assassin's Creed. But they do not belong together. Like, Assassin's Creed should be its own thing. It should feel different than other games. Another game series I used to play was Call of Duty. I have not bought a Call of Duty game in a long time. Just because I can't justify it. Like, they're pretty much all the same. When Black Ops 2 came out, I played the crap out of that. Like, I still, to this day, love Mob of the Dead. It was a phenomenal zombies map. And I played the crap out of it as a kid and a teenager. I would just go for hours, either with friends or solo, and just see how far I could go. But I haven't bought a Call of Duty game for like probably a decade now, just because I can't justify the price. I can't justify spending $60 or nowadays $70 for pretty much the exact same game with like slight tweaks. Especially now, because like they've just gotten lazy. They literally remade Modern Warfare. They just remade the exact same series we already played with like a few little changes. And it's just lazy. It's insanely lazy. They should have done something original. They should have done something unique. I should probably, like, I'm going to try to draw this video to a close in the next, like, 4 or 5 minutes. This rant went way longer than expected. I just wanted to change it up. I know I normally talk about politics and, like, I'm all serious, but today I just felt like doing something fun, you know? I do occasionally like to have fun, my lowly followers. I feel like you kind of have to do that in life if you don't want to go literally insane. You have to occasionally have fun if you don't want to go insane. Insane in the membrane. What's another game? I know I mentioned Skyrim, I mentioned Red Dead. Fallout's another game that I sink like hundreds of hours into. I love Fallout. Did not like Fallout 76 though. Thought Fallout 76 was garbage. My friend plays it though, and they always criticize me why I hate everything. Because nothing's the same. Nothing's like it used to be. These modern games do not have the same, they are not the same. And I'm not going to get into details because like this video would be like another like several minutes long if I did. But if you play them both, if you play the old Fallouts and then you play 76, like you'll understand why a huge percentage of the fan base just did not like 76. Honestly, I feel like 76 should have just been a last DLC for Fallout 4. They could have incorporated it into the Commonwealth somehow. I feel like the resources used making Fallout 76 would have been better used making one last big DLC for 4. And giving us some like better weapons and stuff. That's not completely ugly. I do think a lot of the weapons in Fallout are just ugly. They're crude looking. Like I like something nicer looking. The only weapons I really liked in 4 were like the Deliverer and the Thompson gun, the Tommy gun. And even the Tommy gun has problems. It's not completely accurate to the real Tommy gun. I also like the AK. I don't remember what it was called in the game, but if you look at it, it's obviously the AK. And I also like the Alien Blaster, that not because it looked nice, just because it was like so powerful. Wow, I'm not even done discussing all the games I got. This video is almost 30 minutes long and I haven't even fully discussed all the games that I've played. I also used to be a big fan of racing games like Need for Speed. I played a crap ton of Need for Speed. And Smuggler's Run, that's an old game. I don't know if like my audience will know what that is. Smuggler's Run, it was an old game for PS2. It was like super fun, where you drive around on a four-wheeler or on a dune buggy and just like get chased by the police. I played Hot Pursuit 2 on the PS2 when it first came out. And I also played Most Wanted. Most Wanted from 2005 was probably the best racing game of all time, hands down. The 2005, not the crappy remake that came later. The original 2005 game was incredible. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Carbon was decent. Need for Speed Carbon was decent, but not as good as Most Wanted. None of those Need for Speed games that came after Most Wanted ever lived up to it. None of them. None of them. Don't get me wrong, there was that one, the remake of Hot Pursuit 2, where you could play as a cop. I did play that one quite a bit, back when I used to play racing games. I don't really play racing games that much anymore. I've just lost interest. You know, I lost interest. I got more into other things. I think the last game I'm going to talk about in this video will probably be the Batman Arkham series. That was really phenomenal. I know that Warner Brothers kind of ruined their reputation with Suicide Squad, but the original Arkham games were phenomenal. Like, really phenomenal. All of them. Especially the original Arkham Asylum. That's probably my favorite. I love Arkham Asylum. I also, you know what? I feel like I'm going to have to make 2 videos about video games. Unless I want this one to be like an hour. I also played Battlefield. I played the crap out of Battlefield 4. And Battlefield 1. I would play that for hours. I know I played other games, like I have older PS2 games and stuff that I played, like SOCOM, the old SOCOM games, US Navy SEALs. SOCOM 3 was one of the first, like, serious games I ever got. I played the crap out of it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring this to a close, though. I've been talking for a while. I didn't really plan on doing this today. But once I got out here, like, I just decided to do something fun. Like, it was kind of an incoherent rant. It wasn't really particularly well organized or anything. It was just me talking about video games. But I enjoyed it. It was a very nice talk. Like, I hope all my lovely followers found this video informative and entertaining. I know I did. We will be back Monday with my usual content. We have a lot to talk about politically. Thank you to everyone who supported this video, especially those who watched to the end. Thank you. Please consider liking and subscribing. Hope all of you enjoyed your week and have a fun weekend. TGIF. And we're off.